Wow, this is amazing. You know, we usually do this event in person, but I can tell you virtually, I feel like I can pay attention to your faces now. So feel free to switch on your camera. I know it's a Zoom environment, and so sometimes we feel self-conscious being on camera. Just know we are all a big community, so, and you all look beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So, all right. So I think, Marina, are we ready to get started?
Yes, we are. I'll continue admitting people on my end, so.
Okay, all right. All right, my name is Kabir Mohammed. I go by he, him, his gender pronouns. In the US and other parts of the world, gender pronouns are part of the culture of your introduction. So there are right now 3 gender pronouns that we use popularly. It's she, her, hers, he, him, his, and they, them, theirs. All right. So we'll tell you more about it in the coming sessions, but I just want to cue that up for you. So as part of doing this welcome doing the Global Gopher event, we want to show you a really good video that we have made especially for you.
Welcome to the University of Minnesota. Beginning college at the U of M is a powerful opportunity. It is an opportunity to share with thousands of other incoming students from over 140 countries who speak languages and have lived experiences different from your own. Some of you might be living home for the first time or might be the first person in your family to attend college. Some of you might come from a small town that was quiet, where everyone knew everybody and you could see the stars at night. Now, you're in a big city, and you can't help but notice its beauty and chaos. Some of you come from much larger cities like Beijing, New York, or Seoul, and the Twin Cities feels like a small town, where you might be more easily recognized. Some of you will continue to live with your families and are commuting to campus, and you are learning to balance your time on campus with your family responsibilities. Some of you are questioning your identities in the amazing spectrum of gender, sexuality, political beliefs, and spirituality, and you wonder where are your people who will support and connect with you. Some of you are introverts who are continuously learning to live in a world built around extroverts. Some of you have disabilities and have to figure out how you will be supported to gain access to new opportunities. You are entering a powerful and intense time in our country with unprecedented challenges and conflicts. The University of Minnesota is actively working to be a diverse and inclusive institution, and you'll be called to rise up when you see injustice. But before you solve any problems, know that you will make mistakes, and sometimes you'll be disappointed, and inevitably disappoint others. At times, you might feel lost as you enter this university, but pay attention to who's around you. Who are you choosing to make connections with? Who are you afraid to talk to? Who are you curious about? Whose life inspires you? Who can you make long-lasting friendships with? Don't forget that learning on this campus happens beyond the classroom. Push yourself to learn from someone who might look different from what is familiar to you. Speak with someone who may challenge the way you view the world. Take a risk, ask questions, connect beyond what you currently know. This is the shared opportunity for connection at the University of Minnesota.
Welcome, international students. We are so happy that you are here, whether you're studying from your home countries or you're already in the Twin Cities. Welcome, a hearty welcome. I know it's been a difficult and challenging time in the world, but we are so glad you are taking this step to be here, to really believe in your dreams and trust in the vision that you will manifest. And I can tell you on behalf of International Student and Scholar Services, we really are here to help and support you. Now you see that animal looking figure on your screen, that is called a Goldie Gopher. This is our school mascot. Now, a mascot is really a symbol, sometimes a good luck charm, of a campus that creates this sense of identity and community. So we all rally around Goldie, and in person, he is hilarious, funny, and just charming. So I am sure we will do an event sometime in the future where he will be present. So part of being an international student and students in general, you are known as Gophers. But guess what? At ISSS and on campus, you are known as Global Gophers. So as part of building enthusiasm for being here, we say, go Global Gophers. Okay, I know it's a tongue twister, but say, go Global Gophers. So what I want you to do right now is chat it in the chat function right below, and write down go Global Gophers. Okay, all right, we are seeing lots of go Global Gophers. Excellent, great. Okay, you'll just have to practice it every morning now before you start your classes. Great, thank you so much for entertaining us and getting connected to our community. So what I want to do is, since we are getting to know each other, I want to see what are the countries you are from. And if you can take a moment to chat in the countries that you are from, and I can try and read them. So China, Taiwan, Brazil, whoa, Nepal, Argentina, Mexico, Pakistan, Spain, oh my God, China, Oman, damn, you're typing as fast as I can hardly keep up. Nigeria, wow, that's great, awesome. So it's so good to see you here. Kenya, Bangladesh, India, again. All right, so thank you again, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, representing. So now I would like to introduce Elisa Eland, Dr. Elisa Eland, who is actually one of our beloved directors in our office. When we think about ISSS, we think about care, right? We think about taking care of students in a way that empowers them. And Elisa Eland is our Associate Director of International Student and Scholar Services, but also oversees the counseling department. So Elisa, I'm handing it over to you.
Thank you, Kabir. Hello, Global Gophers. On behalf of the whole ISSS staff, I would like to warmly welcome you to University of Minnesota. We are so glad that you have chosen to study at the University of Minnesota this fall. I want you to know that I'm a Gopher too. I did my bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees here, and I liked it so much, I'm still here. I also want you to know that I was a Global Gopher as an undergraduate. I studied in Berlin, Germany for a year, and it was an incredible learning experience, both in and outside the classroom. So I hope the same for you as you are starting your international study experience. During your studies, you'll have the opportunity to advance your knowledge and skills, of course, But this is also a time to build connections with other students and with faculty and staff. So I want to encourage you to go beyond your studies and make an effort to meet others and seek out new experiences. You can join a student group, form a study group, participate in an ISSS program or event, or seek out opportunities through your department or college and actually all over the university. Now, I do want to acknowledge, as Kabir did, that you're beginning your program at an unusual and challenging time, but I also want to assure you that the university offers great support and resources for you. When you have questions or need assistance, it's really important that you reach out and ask for help. And if you aren't sure where to start, you can always start at ISSS. We are here to support you through your program. We provide immigration advising and documents, personal and academic counseling, programs that are tailored to international students. We can help you make connections with other students, and we will help you celebrate your accomplishments. I also want to say a big thank you to Kabir, Marina, and their team of Global Gopher leaders who you'll meet soon, and to all the ISSS staff who are involved today. All of them and us have worked hard to bring you an informative and a fun program. Again, a big welcome to all of you. We're so happy to have you join us today, and we look forward to seeing you at the future Global Gopher events. And now, here is a welcome from our Director and Assistant Dean, Dr. Barbara Kapler.
Greetings to all our new students. My name is Barbara Kapler, and I'm Assistant Dean and Director of International Student and Scholar Services, or ISSS. On behalf of all of the staff at ISSS, we welcome you to the start of this new and exciting academic year. Welcome everyone to the launch of Fall 2020. On behalf of all of us, I want to wish you congratulations on the accomplishments that have brought you to this wonderful place today. Really hard to have this acceptance from the University of Minnesota. We also applaud you in your amazing tenacity in this most unusual time. We know that it's been stressful and uncertain, and we also know that you must have an amazing openness to the unknown and the ambiguity that has been facing you over the past several months. Again, congratulations, and we applaud you on your accomplishments and the spirit that you're bringing into this new academic year. I'm here on campus on a beautiful summer day, wanting to welcome you, to make sure that you know that International Student and Scholar Services is a very important part of the support system for you here on campus as you begin your journey. We are with you to support you, to help to answer questions, to direct you to campus resources. We're super excited for you as you begin your academic experience here at the University of Minnesota, and we look forward to being part of the journey with you all along the way. Welcome.
Thank you, Elisa, and thank you, Barbara. Dr. Barbara Kapler will be present at our following events, so you'll get to meet her live. So just a quick overview of what we want to accomplish today. Making connections is the big accomplishment today. So we want to make sure when you leave at the end of today, you at least got to know one staff person or one current leader and your fellow new students. So hopefully those connections can be made and continued throughout your academic time. We are gonna do some small groups where you can have those discussions and meet with the staff person. And also, if you have additional questions, feel free to ask them. We also encourage you to be in contact with us if questions come up. As you know, you probably have seen a lot of emails from us. So ISSS new@umn.edu. We'll type that out in the chat later. So that's where you can get your questions answered. And any staff person will be able to give you the address when you're in your small groups. Next slide. Now I want to introduce Marina O'hara, who is another affectionate, brilliant staff person in our office, who is the student engagement coordinator and the educational specialist as well. So her role has been to mentor countless students on our campus, and I know for a fact those countless students have gone on to other programs, other universities, and have done amazing work. So I'm handing over to you, Marina.
Thank you, Kabir, for your very kind introductions. Welcome, everybody. My name is Marina O'hara, and I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm the Education Program Specialist here with the ISSS office. Fun fact, I used to be an international student from Argentina, and I did my master's here. And just like Elisa said, I loved it so much that I ended up staying. So I've been here for a few years now. One of the most exciting things that I get to do is to supervise amazing student leaders. And so one of the group of students that I supervise are the Global Gopher influencers. And on this slide, you can see that ISSS has a Facebook and an Instagram account. Our GGI team, their names are Hadi, Love, and Stacy. They've been creating a lot of really fun content for all of you to enjoy, particularly new students. So make sure that you share your photos with us by tagging at ISSSUMN on IG or by using the hashtag Global Gophers and hashtag UMN Proud for a feature. I'm gonna pass it on back to Kabir.
All right, thank you. And in the US, Instagram is really hot and TikTok is gaining some speed, but please follow us on Instagram and post your photos. We want to kind of get to know you, have that connection. So please, the influencers are really excited about all of the work that they have done. So for Global Gopher Events, we have 5 events for undergraduate students and 4 events for graduate students. I've highlighted the next 2 events on the 12th, August 12th and 19th are for undergraduate students. And then on the 20th, there is a session on academic resources on how to be a successful graduate student that is specifically for graduate students. So, and then the rest of the events are open to all. So today it's open to all. August 25th, the Diversity and Equity webinar is open to all, as is the Global Gopher Send-Off. Now that is going to be also another special event because you will get to meet almost the entire staff of ISSS to wish you good luck, and we'll be able to tell you more about the role we play in your academic life. Marina, off to you.
Great. So just like as I was saying, I get to have the privilege and the honor to supervise student staff, and particularly the Global Gopher leadership team. And we have an amazing team of students that have been preparing for many, many, many months to make sure the one thing they asked for when they started developing all this programming was that make sure that the events are fun, that the events are going to be inclusive, and the events are going to be all about creating community and like a family. And so if you do see them afterwards in the breakout room, make sure that you say thanks to them, because they have actually worked super hard. So I will be passing on the microphone to Florence to start her introduction, and then she'll pass it on to the rest of the other Global Gopher leadership team. Florence.
All right, thank you, Marina. Hi, everyone. My name is Florence, and I'm currently a senior. I'm studying sociology and global studies at the College of Liberal Arts. I was a transfer student from Malaysia. I transferred back in spring 2018, and this year I'm graduating already, so I'm super excited about it. I'm so happy to be seeing all of your faces, and even excited to be talking to you guys later in the breakout rooms. I'll head it over to Harmeet.
Hello everyone, my name is Harmeet and I go by she, her and hers. I'm a second year graduate student doing masters in public health. My major is epidemiology. I'm very excited to meet you all and looking forward to answer any questions you might have. I'll pass on to Michael.
Hey everybody, my name is Michael and I go by he, him, his pronoun. I'm a senior student studying computer science at the university. And just like you, I'm also an international student and I'm from China. So we're very excited to meet you all here, and please ask any questions you may have for us. And we're so ready to answer those questions for you. I will pass it down to Leo.
Yeah, hi everyone, my name is Leo. I go by he, him, his pronouns. I'm a sophomore majored in landscape architecture in the College of Design. And I'm from China. And it's really nice to meet you all here in the Global Gopher Events. And hopefully you'll get great experiences throughout the events. I'll pass the mic to Ray.
Hi everyone, my name is Ray. I go by him, his. I'm studying psychology in the College of Liberal Arts. It's my second year studying UM. It's good to see you all here, live and in one piece. Please stay healthy. I'll hand back the mic to Marina.
Thank you, Ray, and thank you to the awesome Global Gopher leadership team. I usually call them the superheroes and say assemble, because they're ready to kind of provide you with a really fun program today. I am going to be asking Sarah to introduce herself in just a little bit. She will be moderating the Global Gopher Leaders Panel. And just like we promised, we are having our team giving you advice as you start your University of Minnesota journey. So they prepared really good advice for you as you start preparing your first few weeks for when you start fall semester. Passing on the mic to Sarah.
Thank you so much, Marina. Hello, Global Gophers. Welcome. My name is Sarah Krieger. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I work in International Student and Scholar Services. I work with students who have a sponsoring organization. So hello to any sponsored students out there. I'm really excited to be here today to moderate our panel. So let's get started. Let's hear what these leaders have to say. My first question is for Florence. Florence, as we start preparing for fall semester and being a new student, what did you look forward to the most?
Thanks, Sarah, for that question. So when I first arrived here in the US, the thing that I look forward to the most, but was also the most nervous about, was meeting new people. So before I came, I told myself that I want to meet as many people as I can. So I ended up attending more than 3 events per week. So I was very exhausted after attending every event because I was meeting so many people, talking to so many people. But at the end of the day, I didn't even remember the names of those people that I meet. So I quickly realized that, quality over quantity is really relevant in this case of meeting new people. So after that, I made sure to really take time to get to know the people that I meet, remember their names and their faces. That way, I'm sure that I won't be overwhelmed or exhausted, and I'll also be able to form more meaningful friendships with them. Harmeet, how about you? How was your experience like?
Thank you, Florence. I remember last year, this was the most interesting time in my life. I was looking forward to the new experiences the university will offer, and I was excited to meet different people and experience their cultures. Well, coming to a new country, we have lots of doubts, and I also had some doubts. Like, I was very nervous about what if I may not get along with people? How will I adjust to a new country? How will I make friends? But I would say what helped me most was connecting to new people by attending various events. I attended many events in the Welcome Week and made new connections. And this helped me meet my current friends. So I would also like to say that sometimes we are afraid to take the first step and start the conversation. But we should not be afraid of it. And if needed, take the first step. So my advice to you all is to attend events and break the ice. Don't be afraid to talk to people from various backgrounds and cultures. You never know where you will find your group. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Florence, for sharing, and thank you, Harmeet, for sharing as well. And Harmeet, a follow-up question for you. Can you share with the new students which resource was the most helpful to you?
Thank you, Sarah. I would say there are various resources which are offered by the university, which are really very, very helpful. The most interesting resource to me was the career services, as it helped me to improve my resume and personal statement. Another interesting resource to me was the services offered by the libraries. I took their help for my class research projects and even my individual projects. They helped me in finding the material I needed and also sometimes in brainstorming ideas for the projects. And also, since my written English wasn't as good, I often took the help from Writing Service Center. And I even took help like even for writing emails to my professors. And the consultations were really very helpful. Also, if you are a fitness freak, university's recreational center is very amazing. And if you guys want to learn more about these resources, don't forget to attend the events for academic resources, which is on 20th August.
Thank you so much, Harmeet. The university does have a ton of resources that are here to help all new international students. Talking about new international students, Ray, what was it like for you to make new friends as a new student?
Thank you, Sarah. Like, I know many of you are shy about reaching out to new friends. I also have the same experience. Like, my advice to do not be afraid of to talk with people. I know many of you have concerns about talking to others with second language. For these concerns, I will say you just need to try and test if these concerns are true or not. Once I saw a psychology research and the research shows people will make less mistakes when they use the second language to talk because they will think more than native speakers. It's very important to get connection with new students. Making friends will bring benefits to your campus and off-campus life.
Thank you, Ray. I'll be honest, it's even hard for us staff to make new friends in a new environment. It's tough. I encourage everybody to reach out and make connections. I've also heard from new students questions about how to prepare for their first week of class. Do you have any advice on that, Ray?
Sure. For classes, syllabus is the most important thing to know about. It will be discussed during the first class of any courses. Syllabus contain all the course materials and contents and will not easily change through the semester. First class is a great opportunity to address the things you are confused about. My suggestion is to go over the whole syllabus and keep in touch with the professor.
Absolutely, that's really great advice, Ray. Now that we're talking about preparing for classes, Florence, do you have any advice as a senior student?
Yes, I do have advice for this. So before I started my classes, I actually arrived 2 weeks before like orientation and everything, just so I can have enough time to settle in, you know, get over the jet lag, the 12 hours difference, and also get in the mindset of being back to school. So what I did was, just having a set time of waking up and sleeping. That way I can better adjust to the time here. To prepare for the first week of class, I actually make sure to have my class schedule put into my Google Calendar. So I had the locations of it in my Google Calendar. I set reminders for the class, that way I won't get late. And if you're like me and you're always on your phone, I think it's a really good idea to have a screenshot of your timetable and set it as your phone wallpaper. So it's easier to look at it whenever you want. I guess for those of you who are going to in-person classes this semester, I think it's a really good idea also to kind of simulate like a day of classes. That means just, either walking or using the public transport to get to your classes. That way, during your first day of class, you won't be lost because you already know where your classes are and how to get to them.
That is some really good advice about time management and just having a schedule. We also know this fall, we will have several students taking online classes. Can you tell us more about how you prepared for online classes, Florence?
Yeah, sure. So like many of you all, last semester was the very first time that I had to take online classes. I think preparing for online classes would be the same as preparing for an in-person class, which is treating it as a real class. So have a set schedule of waking up and sleeping as well. It's very tempting to wake up 5 minutes before your class starts. That's what I did, and it was a really, really bad idea because I was feeling so tired when I wake up. I couldn't concentrate in class. I think another thing, if you are doing online classes back in your home country, it's very important to know the correct time difference that your country has between the US. That way you won't be late for class or miss a class. A piece of advice I have that can apply to both going to in-person class and remote learning is to have your school supplies ready. So be it like a notebook or pens, your laptop or iPad, so have those ready. Have your laptops charged, your iPads charged for class, and having a good system on note-taking is also a really good idea. How about you, Leo? Do you have any other advice for them?
Sure, I strongly agree with Florence, and I have another strategy for all of you for working online, which is making a table listing all the upcoming deadlines next week, because some of your calendars could be really crowded after the school year starts. And this table will help you manage your time really well and forecast what is coming up next.
Thank you so much, Florence and Leo. I hope you all are taking notes on these tips. I know I am. One more question for Florence. Do you have any advice on how to engage with other students in the class?
Yes, I do. So a little bit of a backstory. So back in Malaysia, it's actually very uncommon for teachers to give students time to ask questions or even speak up in class. And even if they do give us the time, no one would actually do it. But here in the US, it is totally the opposite thing, because student participation is expected in class, and it is also part of your grade. So not growing in that classroom culture, it was really intimidating for me at first, seeing all those American students always asking questions and always speaking in class. But I slowly got used to it by just practicing every day and having a goal. So I started off with a simple goal, just to speak to at least one person before class starts, and to speak in at least one class that I have each week. And when I slowly got comfortable with doing that, I transitioned to making sure that I speak in at least all of my classes once. And right now, I'm really proud to say, after 2 years here, that I am comfortable with speaking anytime that I can and anytime that I want in my classroom. So if you're nervous, speaking in class, I think it's a good idea to first take a deep breath before you start, and that will calm you down. And right now, since classes are going online, so most professors are fine if you want to use the chat function. So it's a very good way to also participate in class that way if you are scared of speaking up. Also know that, you know, whatever you have to say in class is important and worth listening to. There is never any silly questions here. And, you know, if you are nervous about speaking in English, if it's not your first language, it's a really good time to practice it and also practice your public speaking skills.
That is such great advice, Florence. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the Global Gopher leaders for all your advice. We look forward to connecting with you all in small group discussions later. So now I'm going to pass it along to Kabir.
Thank you, Sarah. And yes, the Global Gopher leaders are the heart of the Global Gopher Events experience. I know we have a lot of graduate students as well. All of the advice, Harmeet is a graduate student, and there are other graduate students actually in the room. And so just remember that those tips actually apply to graduate students as well. So now we are going to take a break. And part of taking breaks, just want to explain a little bit. When you're on Zoom all day, sometimes you need a break from, take a stretch break so that you can come back refreshed. So we are going to take a 5-minute break and we'll be back. The music will play. And when it stops, just come back. So get a drink, stretch, and now our break begins.
It's break time! It's break time! Come on! Everybody! It's break time!
Thank you. That was such a good video. We went back and forth around whether to put it on, but it just makes me smile every time I watch it. So thank you. Hope you had a good stretch break. So now you are going to get to meet Global Gopher leaders as well as ISSS staff. Not everyone will meet an ISSS staff, but there will be times throughout our programming that you will get to meet a staff person. And so we are gonna begin the breakout session for the next 15 minutes. You're gonna go and do some introductions, have a small group conversation with a facilitator, and then we'll come back. So I think our staff ready for the breakout? Wave. All right, wave your hands. Okay, we are gonna start the breakouts. Right, welcome back, welcome back. Gonna wait a little bit longer just to make sure people have a chance to fully return from your conversations. Hope they were engaging. Hope you felt for the first time part of the campus community, part of that strong M. Okay, just a couple more seconds. All right. Okay, welcome back. Thank you. Just a quick shout out to the amazing facilitators. Please give them a round of applause using your reaction button. So, or if you have your camera on, just clap. So, all right. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna hand it over to Marina now.
Thank you, Kabir, and everybody. Welcome back to the main room of Global Gopher Events. So I have been moderating all of your registrations for the Zoom meeting today. And one of the questions that we asked you was, what is one thing that you look forward to in Global Gopher Events? And then we had our awesome leaders create this word cloud with all of your words. And some of the highlights were that people wanted to meet new students, make new friends, meet new people, enjoy campus life, and kind of build community. So I'm hoping the breakout rooms allowed you to do that, to connect with everybody, and hopefully you're making those new lifelong friends that you really wanted to when you first signed up. So now I'm gonna pass it on back to Kabir.
Thank you, Marina. All right, now we are gonna do a Q&A portion, question and answer portion. And I'm gonna call upon our amazing facilitators. Maybe towards the end, there was a question that came up that would be really for the entire group to hear both the question and the answers. So I'll start with Chelsea. What was the conversation like? What came up as a good question?
Kabir, I had a great room. It was awesome. We had really neat students. We had an engineering focused room, and there was a theme around meeting people and community. So both you and Marina have talked about that it's of course on everyone's mind. What I shared with the students was that we had a lot of student groups on campus that could be so welcoming to them. So for example, we had some Spanish speaking students in my room. So thinking about a Latinx group that they may join, or women scientists that they could join, as a way to meet older students, meet other new students, because that concern, especially as all the students in my room were going to be staying in their home country for the first semester, thinking about what does it mean to have a deep friendship with someone when you're in a Zoom room.
All right, well, thank you. This old school pen pal strategy will be a new thing. So it will be more like Zoom pals, right? So hopefully you can develop a lot of Zoom pals. So next to Elisa, tell us a little bit about the conversation you had and any particular question for the good of the group that you want to share with us.
Yeah, we had a great group too, and it's just really fun to hear what students are thinking about and questions that they have. Just kind of piggybacking on what Chelsea's group talked about, our group talked about in terms of social interactions with COVID restrictions, how does that work? And so I was saying that all the programs moved to online, and though it's a process for the leaders to learn how to do that, it's worked really well. And so I would really like to encourage everybody to go ahead and reach out, whether it's online or in person. And then the other question was, how does move-in day at the residence hall work? And so I don't know if Kabir, if you'd want to say a few words about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Kabir's our housing representative or liaison.
Yeah. So in terms of moving on move-in day housing, if you're staying at International Early Arrival Housing, you will be staying at a particular residential hall, Frontier. And so from Frontier, at the end on August 25th, housing will be providing a big bus, and they're going to do appointments, so it will be adhering to social distance guidelines, and students will get on that bus a few at a time, and then will be dropped off at their permanent housing location in terms of on-campus housing. Off-campus housing, we are asking students to quarantine for 14 days. So whenever you arrive, there'll be a quarantine of 14 days for early arrival housing folks. And then what we are asking students to do is arrange for their transportation. So whether it's Uber or Lyft or any of the services available. So we won't be able to transport off-campus housing folks living off campus. Just know that we've never kind of quite offered that service to those living off campus. So if you have additional questions, again, please check out our new student FAQ. I know there are a lot of quarantine questions always coming up. We are still in the process of figuring out. Right now, it is recommended that quarantine is for 14 days. And so more information will be coming out. I know people are getting tested and all of those nuances. Just know we are working on more information. As you know, this is a new environment, so there are lots of moving pieces. And we assure you that we are taking all precautions and your health and safety into account. So thank you, Alisa. That was a really good question. Amy, I know you had a really good, robust conversation. So let us know what came up, what particular questions came up.
Yeah, thank you, Kabir. I did have a great group, and all of the students in my group will be studying online this coming fall. So similar to what Chelsea's group was talking about is different strategies about how people can connect online. And so I don't know, maybe if the students have any ideas of what worked for them during the spring semester on how they kept those connections. I don't know if they would be able to share those with us.
All right. Florence, would you want to help students out around connecting online? How did you manage your connections and friendships online?
Yeah, I can try to take a go at that. So I think right now, like even before COVID and everything happened, like social media is a really big part of like our generation in like connecting with friends and all. So even though I wasn't, calling my friends every single day or like messaging them every single day, but my friends are quite active on social media. So they always, share posts on Instagram, their stories on Instagram. So like what I did with connecting with them is just making sure, I check like their social media. I do like little messages, like their posts and stuff like that. That's how like I, get in touch with them, like know like what's going on with their lives and all. But yeah, keeping in touch with like a few core friends, like 2 or 3 of your friends that you're always, connecting to. That's really important to like stay connected with people and not feeling like isolated or lost. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Florence. Harmeet, as a graduate student, do you have any tips?
Thank you, Kabir. Yeah, so I would say like connecting online is like a little bit different, but what I would is like see people who are attending the same classes, and then after classes reach out to them probably by email, and also follow them on social media. This will help because we have a common ground, right? Same class, we can talk about the class, and that can help us in making connections. That's how I did it when my classes moved online.
All right. Thank you. Okay, as we finish out, I know a lot of questions probably came up. Drew, can you tell us a little bit about the conversation that took place in your group and any questions that came out?
Yeah, we had a couple good questions that came up. One of them that I thought would be good to share was about on-campus jobs. So for students who are, when they arrive to campus, I think it's a great idea to get an on-campus job. It's extra money. It's a great way to meet with other students, and it can help build your work experience for later, like internships or full-time jobs later. But looking for a job in the US is different than other countries, and writing a resume and cover letter is really important in the US. And that might be new for a lot of students. And so the question was where to get help with that. And I shared that every college has a career services office. So it's an office that helps students with every step of the process of finding a job, from writing a resume, looking for on-campus jobs, to helping prepare later for internships or looking for work after you graduate.
All right, well, thank you, Drew. That was good. I know if you want to learn more about career services, we have a panel during our academic resources session, both in undergrad and graduate session, that you can get connected and really learn how to navigate job search, internship search, and how to make yourself marketable. So thank you for that question. I know there's lots of facilitators, and I'm sure lots of questions came up. I also know that there are particular specific questions that may have come up around your visa or how to navigate arrival. Just know that you can reach out to us at issssnew@umn.edu, issssnew@umn.edu. So we really look forward to connecting with you. We've now come to a closing, but we're not done yet, because our next slide is really talking about the next events that are taking place. So for undergraduates, we have Michael, our Global Gopher leader, who's gonna do a quick recap of what will take place on August 12th.
Okay, thank you, Kabir. Again, thank you all for coming to the first Global Gopher event session today, and we're all very excited to see you here. In our next GG event, we will be talking about leadership in the US. It will definitely be a great opportunity for you to learn what it's like to be a leader here and how to become a leader in the near future. Also, I'd like to mention about the International Body Program, as known as the IPP, during our next event. Please come to our next event if you want to learn more about the leadership opportunities that the university has to offer. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Michael. The one thing I want to mention to the graduate students, there is a group called the Council of International Graduate Students, and there is an emerging buddy program that matches our current graduate students with an incoming graduate student. So we'll give you more information on August 20th when we meet around academic resources. So also feel free to reach out to the graduate school as well if you need more information. So Council of International Graduate Students is a great student group that advocates for students on campus, and it's a great networking opportunity as well. I'm gonna ask Harmeet to really talk about the next event for graduate students.
Thank you, Kabir. Well, as a graduate student, I understand the importance of academic resources. And fortunately, the university do provide plenty of academic resources. I have used these resources often and have benefited from them. I hope everyone is excited to learn more about these resources. So everyone, don't forget to attend the graduate event for academic resources, which is on 20th August. So save the date. Thank you, Kabir.
All right. As we conclude our program, it's just been amazingly heartwarming to see everyone present, and I know I can speak on behalf of the ISSS staff who have been really excited and happy to welcome you. So on that note, we hope to see you at the next event. As we started, we're gonna do a chat of Go Global Gophers. So if you want to chat, Go Global Gophers in the chat. And with that, I want to bid you well. Hope to see you in person or on Zoom sometime in the future, and especially at the next events. Thank you again. All right, Go Global Gophers. Do your reactions. And let's see some claps, some thumbs up. All right, well, thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you soon.